Okay, guys, just giving people a moment or two to find this live feed um, and find this live feed and find the video. Give me a second. Just let me know you can hear the sound, okay, on the video. Hi, Heather. So just giving people a moment or two to find this video, and please let me know that you can hear the audio, okay, before we get going. So just waiting for people to hop on. Good morning, everybody. Happy morning. Saturday morning. Hi, Carolina. Vanessa. Just waiting for people. Give me 2 more seconds to just add a couple to a couple of groups. I love that bat, Julie. I love that bat. So just adding the okay, guys. Good morning, Kathy. Welcome, welcome. The sun is shining brightly in the background today, so that's what's going on with the light behind me. I thought it was kind of cool, so I didn't tamper with it. Yeah. So I guess I really wanted to do this live after the massive 1010 portal event that we had in Sydney. And it was only Monday, but it feels already like 100 years ago. I think that's just how much is shifting in the energies at the moment, and how many timelines we're dissolving all the time, and moving out of a lot of density. I felt a big release in myself personally after the 1010 portal. It was very powerful. A very interesting event, very tied in with the Egyptian timeline. We did a lot of unlocking and releasing for the heart, throat, and third eye. And then in the second part of the event, we actually went to a sacred temple space in Egypt and connected with the lion beings, really merging our soul essence with that seventh dimensional lion essence. And this was all about preparing the vessel for greater service work, greater stability, greater resilience, and inner strength for the coming months, for the coming years, as the energies continue to bombard the collective field, and as other energies are lifted out, this is causing a collapse of many systems. Some may take a bit more time to sort of unravel, some may be imminent. There's lots of talk about the next coming few days leading up to the solar eclipse. I don't like to give dates, I don't like to give predictions anymore, because there's so many delays, and and things are so fluid that I don't think any of us can really be predicting what's going to happen on the global stage. But what I can say is this is a 10-day opportunity from now, the 15th of October to the 25th of October, to do some deep work. It is a solar eclipse in Scorpio coming up. So, you know, Scorpio, very intense, unraveling the secrets within and without. There's so much solar energy around at the moment. The plasma's really clearing, really doing its work to sort of bring up the places within us that need to be healed and to be honored and to be loved back into wholeness. So I did post this beautiful skull this morning. I've called her Divine Love. She's a pink rose, a rose quartz skull, and she's got a little heart eyes, a very kind of unique skull. And I feel like she wanted to be anchored into the Facebook land today, just to really to support loving these places that we are emerging from our own subconscious. So, you know, Scorpio, all about the subconscious. So this is a 10-day preparation of healing, I feel, for us to get our body. So you might want to work on your diet, you might want to work on your exercise, you might want to work on your mind, meditation. But this is preparation time, guys. This is preparation time for deep transformation. That is, so, you know, you might want to be writing down what you wish to release. Also, this is a time of bringing in clarity of what no longer serves. Eclipses also reset, letting go, a new moon, so new beginnings. So a powerful time for us again to let go of some of the old baggage, let go of some of the places that don't serve us anymore, so that we can move into a more aligned, a more soulful existence in our life. So I've nicknamed this this video 10 days of healing, because I think it is a time for us to really focus on letting go of density, allowing things to bubble up, so that as we hit the solar eclipse in 10 days time, our vessel is clear, we're ready to receive the codes, and we are in alignment. And you know, again, we're in the Scorpio energy, so it could be a little intense, as it has been for a little while. But the 1010 did release a lot of karmic stuff, especially in regards to Egypt. So I feel like we've already anchored into a more stable place within ourselves since that event. But this is the next, I guess, the next phase of the work, so that we can continue to gain clarity, wisdom, and let go of the old patterns. I feel the 10 days up to the solar eclipse, this is really a chance for us to really, without judgment, explore these places that no longer serve. Allow them to bubble up, allow them to arise. What isn't, it is not working for us. Many of us have been around long enough now to know that this is not so much about the outward experience, it's the inner mind, it's the inner subconscious that is holding us back, keeping us in fear. So what are you ready to step out of? What thinking, what perceptions are in your subconscious that are holding you back, that are keeping you in fear, that are keeping you in hiding? You know, this is a time for you to really just gently examine those, in combination with movement, diet, salt baths, ocean. All of that stuff is going to help clearing the energies while we prepare for this next light influx at the solar eclipse. So just bringing through a little bit of light language to support that process. I am intending to do some kind of workshop for the solar eclipse. It could be online only, or it may be a live event in the Sunshine Coast. I'm still considering and tuning into that right now. But we've got 10 days, yeah? So we've got 10 days to really prime prep the physical, the mental, and the emotional body, okay, for this incoming light, and also potentially some big dealy things coming out in the world, yeah? Okay. So just tuning into your heart space right now, bringing through this divine love from this divine love piece, yeah, for the heart, clearing for the heart. Shide bandar ke bar shibede betet dandar ke barka batadandar kar ki betet dandar ka perkantar ke barka perkantar ke perkantar ke patadandar kar bede de bede perkantar ke perkantar tuto ke patadandar kar ka patadandar ka pakandar ka patakadandar ka shile pakandar ka parko tuto kantar ka patandar kantar ka patukantar kot pergi patandar ka shol barke patakantar ke perko patkantar ke de bede bede pergi patadandar ka perka patatu. So just let that energy wash over your heart space. So that energy was also about divine love, saying, have patience with yourself. You know, we've been through a massive upgrade around the 1010. Yeah, around the full moon in Aries 1010, which was just at the other side of this week. Yeah, and this has allowed for a lot to be shifted the 2 weeks prior, and then culminating at that point, the big release. Yeah. So, so that means that our body is kind of a little weary, potentially. There is potentially some exhaustion in the system, and to be honoring of that if that's where you're at. So you may use these next 10 days to lay low and to really rest and to drink lots of fluids and to really allow your body to harmonize, ready for the next piece that's coming in, the next portal date. Yeah, so honor that if that's where you're at, because it has been a very intense time, and we're not really in the new yet. We're still dancing on the edge of new ways within ourselves, new ways within the collective, new energies coming in. So don't be hard on yourself if you're feeling a little stuck or a little like I'm still not moving forward, because there's still work to be done before we get to that lift off position, I feel. Okay. Also, really getting to work with clear quartz at the moment. This is to bring in lightness, bring in clarity. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this is a beautiful crystal I posted earlier in the week. It's black tourmaline, rutile in clear quartz. I just want to work with this for your chakra pillar, yeah? And this one is really for stabilizing the chakra pillar during change. So we're just going to anchor in this quartz light so that you can feel stable, strong, strengthened, fortified in your pillar to carry on the unraveling that has been asked of you at this time. So imagine it like a diamond pillar coming through, spiraling through your central channel. Yeah. Ashkandare bere body bandakaraka bakundara porkabandaraki porkandaraka porkandaraki. Sheleperiki porkandaraka porkanto tototiki panankana kana shana kara pukananaki. Shall porkandaraki potanana karkandanda kandanka. Shall porkandaraki periki porkandaraka porkandaraka porkandaraki. Shall porkianto to keep good morning, Sandy. She porkandaraka porkondorko porkombor porkonto de carporkandaraki. Shall porkandaraka porkandaraka porki. Porkandaraka porki. Parki. So let that diamond light anchor in through the quartz crystal. So the quartz crystal is really to help you have a external reference to your pillar. So I feel like I recently got these little beauties as well. This is crackle quartz. I've got a few of these smaller pieces if anyone feels drawn. These I feel like it's just to really anchor a reference point to working on your pillar. And if you work with crystal grids, I feel like placing one of these in the center of your crystal grid at the moment, really as you are the focal point, you are the light that is coming, anchoring in through your central pillar. And to place a grid in your home or in your healing space is a beautiful, I think, tool right now. With a quartz crystal in the middle, you could use clear quartz, crackle quartz, aura, whatever you feel drawn to. Aura might be nice for star seeds. connecting with galactic origins. But I feel to anchor this quartz crystal as a reference point over the next 10 days for alignment, true alignment for your pillar. So placing it in the center of your grid, and placing other crystals around it in whatever form you're drawn to. I leave that up to you to trust in your own intuition and process. But it feels like using a quartz crystal in the center of your grid will just support holding you, especially if there's tumultuous things happening externally. We are rebirthing through chaos, and that's real for sure. We're rebirthing through chaos, so there's a lot of stuff that is going on. Yes, I feel that too, Sandy. A love grid for love for humanity and for self. Yeah, so anchoring in. So you might want to also use pink, some rose quartz in that too. But this is anchoring through the rebirthing into chaos, and so there is a lot going on in people's lives. There's a lot been pumped out to keep people in a state of anxiety. So this grid, you can intentionalize that it will also work with calming your nervous system. So if you're feeling a little bit frazzled by what's going on around you or the energies coming in, then you can intentionalize that the grid also holds you, your nervous system, your electromagnetic field, so that you can ground, anchor, and stabilize these high frequency energies that are coming through. Yeah. So the other piece that I feel to share, which also could be used as part of this grid, and if you do put grids out at home, I'd love to see them. Please post on this thread if you do your own grids, because it'd be nice to share what everybody's doing at home. And really, like, we can anchor through each other's grids and create a collective grid of energy through all of us in the energy field. So I feel, if you feel to share, and it doesn't feel too personal, please share in this thread what you have created for your own personal energy grid for this next next 10 days of healing, should we say. Yeah. So this is because the crystals are really wanting to help us. Yeah, they're wanting to help us stabilize. They're wanting to unify us through the energy fields. That's right. Thank you, Leslie. And really to stabilize the grids through our own pillars, but also globally through the crystal network. So if you feel to share, even if it's just one crystal, please tag it underneath, because it's another way for us all to connect and to feel that we are all in it together and aligned for what is coming energetically. Yeah. This piece I also share. This is a shungite skull. I posted this earlier in the week. Also a beautiful piece, very tribal, very indigenous. I feel like he has an Easter Island connection. So Easter Island, Lemurian connection. So he's also wanting to find a new home. If you feel drawn to him, you can private message me. Also, I have new towers and pyramids of shungite. Shungite, really useful right now. Useful for stabilizing your electromagnetics, for the amplification of the energies, for the nervous system, and for gridding. I mean, if you've got some shungite at home, I feel like also including that in the grid that you set up for the next 10 days, because that's also going to help your nervous system. So really, rose quartz, clear quartz, and shungite are the main three. Yeah, I feel these will help your whole energy body, light body, because we really are going through a light body initiation and expansion in the next 10 days, I hear. This is a light body initiation up to the solar eclipse. So this means that the light is initiating reveals. That is past life karma release, release of really deep patterning that is holding you in inertia because of not just your upbringing this lifetime, but many other missions that are releasing out of your energy field now, still continuing Egypt, but I feel strongly the beginning of Lemuria Atlantis coming back in again for and if there's anything to tie up loose ends wise around those timelines with you. So this skull really a useful one to connect with Lemuria, the indigenous wisdom of Easter Island is wanting to come in. In fact, I'm just going to bring through some energy from Easter Island, from Hopa Nui. So this is for the throat chakra, yeah? This is for the throat chakra. And this is for just releasing of any karmic patterning from Lemuria where you felt it was not safe to speak. So this is particularly around those of us that are working with light language or may potentially work with light language in the future. Ashanto de que barcata de denena borke patana caputana caputica barcavana ka. Shile parki patana caputica patana caputio pater caparcanta de barcanta de cagi. Parki anda de caparcanto de caparcanta de caparcanta de kitiki. Parki anda rapacatana caparcanta de kitiki. Parcanta de capacatana catapacanta de kitiki. Parcanta de catacanta de parcanta de ki. Parki kiki pendanta de ki. Parcanta de ki parcanta de ki. Randarki. 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 Randarki, 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 paribul kata kabur kanta kata 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 yala yala la yala la la yala la la yala oshala yala ala 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 ishala ala 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 shi So what they say, the wise beings of Easter Island, is that there's great change coming in their land. So I feel like something's coming from emanating from the grids in that geographical location very soon, maybe even in the next 10 days, that is going to shift energies, bring light through. So if you are inclined, you may want to pay some attention to that island, that location, and feel into it for yourself, and see what you sense. I'd also love to hear your feedback if there's anything you get around around Easter Island. Please post it in the comments below. It's good to share our wisdom collectively and to sort of acknowledge that we all hold pieces of the puzzle, and that you may have something that feels important to share in the comments below, even if it's after the initial Facebook Live transmission. You can post it later on if something comes in a dream or into your awareness later. So I'm guessing now that the 25th, the solar eclipse, there will be some part of that transmission that will be anchoring in energies in Easter Island. So I will post more about that transmission, and whether it's just Facebook Live or face-to-face also in Sunshine Coast, closer to the 25th. Just let me sit with that a little bit longer. Yeah. So lots of energy, yes, lots of energy coming in. Thanks, Rochelle. Yep, very deep indigenous energy, I feel, that island, wanting to sort of help us to really deepen into our own antakarana and heart, throat, third eye chakras. Yeah. So just a couple more pieces that I also want to introduce. Because they feel like they want to say hello today. I'll just check if there's anything else that I wrote. So other things that I wrote were important for the next 10 days. To really stay in your lane, you know. I feel like a lot of these portal energy dates, there is now a very smart and refined hijacking of the energies. You know, and this could be in a way that there is always a potential that something big is going to negatively happen on these dates, or there's a mainstream amping up difficulties. It's all part of a two-pronged approach, I feel, to keep people agitated and out of alignment at powerful portal dates. And then there's the school of fear, where people don't want to even work with portal dates because they feel like they've all been tampered with, hijacked by the dark, and are fearful of energies coming in and they then been disrupted or entity attachments. Yeah, so I would challenge this. I would challenge you to stay in trust and in alignment with your truth. And then I think this is one of the big things coming in for this solar eclipse as well. Are you going to get drawn out again to someone else's belief of what is happening? Or are you going to trust you? You know, are you going to trust you in what feels right for you? And you may feel like, no, I don't want to align with these portals anymore. That's not right for me. And I wholeheartedly agree with you if that's where you're at. And for me, I feel my soul guidance is to weather the storm and continue to work with these energies to support anchoring at these specific dates, just because that's what I'm contracted to do. And so I will keep offering that as much as people are willing to receive and are interested. Yeah. So working again with love. Yeah, love. So this is another new piece that came in just as I got home from Sydney. Yeah, it's a pink amethyst angel. Yeah, and wow, this one is just such high love frequency, and I can feel it in the high heart. I can feel her in the energy of the heart, and she is really again working with the divine love principle, and this is, she feels like she's embodying the divine love from the Hathors, actually. So she feels like she's working with the Hathor frequency. Yeah, so I just want to bring through some energy from her, and this is again for your heart space, for your high heart space, to anchor in the love of self, in amongst all the pieces of your stuff coming up that challenge you with self-love, the stuff that's going on in the world stage that challenges you with moving into fear and lack of safety, and you know, and even the alternative meter sources that also sometimes wish to sort of propagate doomsday predictions, you know. So let us just move back into love, anchor in love for self, because that's where we will stay stable in the chaos and the rebirthing process, and then we are also able to be of service, not only for ourselves but for community. So once again, I hear pink amethyst, if you have some at home, maybe something you work with at this time, maybe something you add into the grid for the next 10 days. Yeah? Okay. So now just let this energy anchor into Shibadadadana, heart, high heart. Yeah? Ashantare kibede patatuna nakabotarangambo tarakara patatikambo kapurkandat kapurkapatat kantot kipi. Shile parka tutotakampatat kantot kipurkot patkantar ki katiki. Bede kipe batatandana kipe ndar kipete tende kipatiki. Untotrika tandata kipetiki. Shanta tikipandata kapatandata kipotandana katatka. Ele. Ishile ele ishke andata tiki pete kapotanda kata kapata kepete kata kitiki. Shile petike padana kapata kata kapata kata shapota So the Hathas remind us that there was a intrusion of dark dark entities in we would say Draco into their temple at Dendura, and there was and there was many polarizations within the community there, which shattered for some time the principle of divine love. But they want to know, just like they managed to find their ground once again, find their divine love principle, and rebuild their temple and rebuild their sacred, I'm hearing higher etheric temple that also supports divine love of the earth. They managed to come back into oneness and unity within them. So they say, hold us close to your hearts in the next 10 days, the Hathors. Hold us close to your hearts because we offer you the principle of divine love. And this is a principle that is inexhaustible and indestructible. So when you feel the tendrils of polarization, of victimization, of isolation, any of that stuff that's going on because of the narratives that are a bit bandied around right now, then we're being invited to come back to oneness, to come back to the divine love of the Hathors, and that will conquer all. That will conquer all. And we need, and so they're saying, have trust, have faith in the ascension timeline, the organic ascension timeline, the higher dimensional anchoring of this shift in frequency of the earth, and that you will get through this phase. You will. So if there's if there's disheartenment, if there's exhaustion, lack of trust, lack of faith, come back to divine love. Simplify, drink water, nourishing foods, love yourself in any way you can possible in this next 10 days as we go through this tunnel or this gateway to and I'm just reading the comments, guys. And as we go through this uncertain time, this uncertain time. Okay, so take a drink of water if you've got one. Yeah. So I'll just introduce two other new towers that I'm also guided to present today. You can find them online yourself, or you can request some from me. It's up to you. This piece, I posted a large piece a couple of weeks ago. This is black flower agate, yeah? Hard to see in this slide, I think. But I love this. It sort of feels like the balance. It feels like the anchoring of the balance of the shadow of the collective. Because, the Scorpio energy, the Scorpio energy for the solar eclipse is all about, it's all about, the secrets been unfurled. That's our own subconscious secrets that we've been in denial about or not want to look at, our own process, our own shadow, and the collective shadow. So this is a really beautiful piece, black and white, black flower agate, holding the joy frequency as well, even though it's a darker crystal, holding the joy frequency, so helping to lighten the load, I feel, and create the balance between your yin-yang aspects. If there's any battling going on within you around your masculine feminine side, it will help to balance those frequencies as you move through these 10 days of healing as we get towards the solar eclipse in Scorpio on the 25th, yeah? And so one more before I go, hey? And this one is a violet jasper, so it's got a violet tinge. And I also feel, working with this crystal, violet jasper, or, you can use your amethyst, you can use another, an amethyst fluorite, whatever you feel. I also feel like working with the violet crystals will help to purify your light body, because we are still, even though we did do a big release and dissolution piece at the 1010, there is there's also there's also there's also a purification of the light body. And I just got distracted for a moment because of Leslie's and Tiro's comment, and I really just want to work with the releasing of the soul of the red fox, knowing that it was again in alignment, and it was an initiation for you, Tyrrell, to feel what your response to what was coming up. So if there's any, I feel, energies that have been activated within your system around the event yesterday, we just want to harmonize the energy field of the fox, harmonize the energy, the shock of it and yourself, knowing that there is a divine alignment in everything. And it was also, I feel, to crack a sheath within your heart, Tyrrell. And we just want to work with this violet ray to cleanse, clear, release any karmic ties between you and the fox, and to release any burden, release any guilt, release any shame or sadness from past life trauma, knowing that we are bringing all back into oneness and love and divine connection to Source. Ishin the Dicopatana, the Kipotana, the Capatucan, the Ticaparcanto, the Caparcanto, the Capatanto, the Caparcanta, the Catacantarca, Shampaticapatana, the Caparcanta, the Caparcanto, the Capatana, Cashapotetica, Patatanaka, Shele, Pucatana, Capatanaka, Shabatana, Caputututanana, Capotcana, Capatanaka, Shele, Pucatana, Capututanana, Carcapatanaka, Shele Petiki, Patana, Pocketi, Patana, Pucanana, Capatecati. Shele potanana ka perka. So again, just taking a breath, releasing that energy from, I feel, the heart solar plexus centers, high heart. So you may like to work with this transmission over the next coming days, 10 days towards 10 days of healing towards the solar eclipse. I'll keep you posted around if and when I decide how to organize the next event. The towers are pretty reasonable price-wise. If you feel drawn to any of them, you can PM me privately, or any of the skulls I worked with today. Or do your own research, find your own local store. But I do suggest that you do that gridding for this next 10 days with a clear quartz crystal in the middle as your light pillar to help your stability, to anchor you into the grids, and to support the earth grids itself. And please feel free to and my pleasure, Tyrrell, my pleasure. And also just to please share pictures. I love that. I really would love to see what you guys are doing at home. The crystals I have are all in my healing space, so they're pretty amped up if you feel to choose to become a new custodian of one of them. So lovely to see you once again. Lovely to connect with you. It has been energetically intense and challenging, and will continue to be. So always great to sort of get into this flow by working in service and knowing that I'm not alone in my evolution process, my ascension process, and also knowing that we are together as one tribe all around the globe, supporting each other, supporting the ascension of the earth, clearing the energies through our own divine conduits, becoming stronger, greater, happier, joyful people in amongst the rebirthing through chaos of the dimensional shift of the earth. So I just want to say thank you with gratitude in my heart for all that you are and choosing for you that you chose to come back this lifetime, especially to the Atlantean Lemurian brothers and sisters that have tuned into this session. I feel that is you. If you have tuned in to this session, that is you. So thank you for everything that you hold within your matrix. Let us now activate those Lemurian and Atlantean energies of oneness, of remembrance. So place your palms open as we complete this transmission. Ashantariki, but a barangi but about rather than a caporcantariki, but a caporcantariki. Shelepatica Bototica, put on a caporcantariki, but a cantariki. Shelepatic Botanarica Botandariki, Botandariki, Botandariki. Shelepatic Botandariki, Botandariki, Botandariki. Electiti, etititi, 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 patatanaka. Shalpacorondo, Shapacorondo, Shapacorondo. Bakar, 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 bakar. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Amen. Go strong in activated service, Lemurian and Atlantean brothers and sisters. I wish you all the best for 10 days of deep healing and transformation of your physical vessel, of your body, of your mind, of your emotional body. Go well. Reach out if you feel in the next 10 days to connect for a one-on-one session. It's a powerful time to do that work. Whether it's a light language activation session, whether it's hands-on body work if you're in the Sunshine Coast or Sydney, or whether it's also a tune-in around soul path, soul mission, soul work. So thank you for your courage, your bravery, and your tenacity to keep going in these uncertain times. Much love, much love, much love. Divine love to you all. Take care. Bye for now.